my full-time job is a 911 dispatcher, and I just remembered this gush. There was no pop sensation, there was no pain, there was nothing. It was just a gush of fluid. And there was so much fluid. And at first, when it first happened, I really was like, oh my gosh, I just peed myself at work. That's so embarrassing. And then it still continued to happen. And I still have this lady on the phone talking to me. I just go, oh shit, what is happening? And the lady on the phone goes, excuse me? And I hung up on her. I was attempting to transfer her, and instead I hung up on her. And I'm just looking down and just watching all of this fluid just continue to pour out of me. And there was just so much that I immediately knew what it was. Then at that point I realized, and I, called out to my boss and I said, hey, one, I just cussed on a recorded line to a person. And she said, I don't care about that. What's happening with you? And I said, my water broke. And then I just started crying. And I couldn't stop crying because I knew that this was going to be the end for us. So one of my coworkers came over and started hugging me. She's very much a mom. And so she just started hugging me and telling me that everything was going to be okay. My boss recalled another employee that had been out of the building at a training so that she could come back and take my spot. And then the employee that was hugging me actually dispatched an ambulance for me to come pick me up from work. And then she went and alerted our HR team, who was very aware of our situation. And we knew that this was always going to be a possibility. And then HR came in, and when the ambulance arrived, they walked me out to the ambulance. I had called my husband in tears, telling him, grab our bag. I need you to meet me at the hospital. I'm on my way. And then he started contacting other people. I managed to call my mom and let her know as well. But then otherwise, it was just me in the ambulance going to the hospital. And I actually knew one of the crew members. I work with him on my ambulance. So I got in and he was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I really like you, but you're not delivering my baby today. And that was the only thing that was getting me through, was just, making a joke about it. Otherwise, I just cried the whole time until we got to the hospital and I was reunited with my husband.